What kind of fucking bullshit is like?
Dude, he does this every week.
The bad news is that civilization is crumbling around you.
Wear a dog mask, cut your dick off, bomb Palestine.
The good news is that you are not alone.
There's butthole shaving videos.
Feel bad for the minorities in LA for having to deal with the white people in LA.
You have 5 till midnight, live every Monday at 8 p.m. where you join 5 Limp Bizkit Americans to laugh at the absurd nonsense of the end of history.
Shit show right there.
Sam, stop it!
Oh shit, what's up? What's up, boys and ladies? What's up? We are back. Another brand new 5 till midnight. I hope everybody's weekend was good. Or wasn't. I actually don't really care about your weekend. But mine was fine. Just hung out with the fam. What did you boys do?
Memorial Day weekend. It was good. Watched America's Pastime. Went to a baseball game. D-backs finally broke their losing streak, so that was a plus. And
What
I
day
had a
did
good
you
time.
go?
I went yesterday on Memorial Day.
The 5-0 game?
Yeah,
I bet on that. Thank you, Diamondbacks.
let's go. Yeah, I bet on it too. I won like $200 yesterday. It was awesome.
Dude,
I was live betting during the game.
I've been, and we'll get to the point in a minute, but this is just for everybody out there who does a little sports gambling. Bet against the Rockies run line every single game. Every single game. You will win way more than you lose. I've won, I'm not kidding, in the last week, over $1,000 betting against the Rockies. It's fucking
they're so
easy money.
bad.
They're so bad. They're dog shit.
It's great.
But keep betting against them. It's crazy if you don't. You're retarded if you don't. Typo, how was your weekend, bud?
It was good. It was good. I went to a new Chinese restaurant that opened up around here. It was pretty good.
Is that the only
I
one
enjoyed that.
that's around there?
No, we got lots of Chinese restaurants. We have lots of Chinese. But
a lot of Oriental
I mowed my
restaurants.
lawn. Yeah, dude, we got Fujiyamas here. You guys know what that is?
No. Is that like Arirang?
No,
Like
it's just
Midwest
like,
Arirang?
no. It's when it's just Japanese restaurant and you go in and you sit around like the fucking flat top stove and they cook in front of you and shit.
Oh, like a
Yeah, that's
hibachi
Arirang,
place.
brother.
Oh, I didn't know what that was.
It's just called hibachi, guys. It's just a hibachi place.
Whatever, dude. We call it Fujiyamas because it's the only place around here that does it.
Typo's so Midwest. It's like, we're going down to that Chinese place where they do the fancy twirls with the.
They throw us rice in our mouths.
They light they make an onion tower and light it on fire.
Every single one.
Volcano. Yep.
Every single
And
one.
we're
You know,
all
they don't
mesmerized
do
by
that
it.
in Japan. They don't do that in Japan. Like,
No.
I was
Well,
in Japan.
yeah.
They've never done that shit. So it's just an American thing. I mean, they probably came here and we're like, we got to make this like look like it's Asian and get Americans to come. And they're like, wow, dude, these Asians are lighting up onion towers on fire. Yeah, it's not a thing, dude.
Did you ever see a white sushi chef or like a white
No.
hibachi grill guy?
We have one sushi chef that's here in Phoenix that is like renowned, and he trained in Japan, and he's white. That's the only
Wow,
one.
that's like a fucking fish out of water,
Yeah.
man. That's a
Yeah.
unicorn. That's
Yeah.
bananas.
But he went and trained in Japan, so that's the only reason why he gets away with it. The rest of them are Mexican.
Oh, what? What are they gonna pass?
Because, dude, Mexicans make the best food. It doesn't matter what kind of food. They're in every restaurant. They're in every
That's
back
true.
kitchen. They
That
make
is
the
true.
best food. It's just how it is. I
I think the Chinese restaurant that I went to had Mexicans working in the back, but I don't know if that's like because they're good cooks or if they're getting paid under the table cheaply.
Well, it's
But
both.
I'm not sure.
It's both.
They
When
might be
when
good cooks.
When I go on vacation to Mexico, obviously there's Mexicans obviously working there, but they have like different like restaurants in like the resort. Every single time I go to the Italian place, I'm like, that's probably gonna suck. And they put out banger after banger. So yeah, they're just good at they're just good, I guess.
They're just great fucking cooks, dude. I don't know what it is. They're great cooks.
Speaking of Mexicans, Ice. I posted this on Twitter. Ice. I was at Walmart with my wife this weekend, which don't go if you don't have to go. Walmart is a third world country. It is. English was the third most spoken language in that Walmart I was at. Like, not even kidding. Where like children were speaking like foreign languages, not even like the adults. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, Ice could do a fucking month's worth of work in one day at Walmart and just clean the fuck up. It's crazy. There's like the amount of non-Americans at Walmarts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the same experience in my small town. Actually, it's kind of crazy.
It's gross.
I mean, that's just every store in Phoenix. So I don't.
I always wondered,
Everywhere.
like, you know, like, ever go like, I don't know if you guys ever went to like New Hampshire or like up the northeast like way.
No, it's
And there's,
real
like,
white
this-
over there.
It's so white over there. But then you see like a random Mexican, you know, like, what the fuck made you guys come all the way up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the stopping point line for
From
He's-
one
no,
border
you're-
to another.
Yeah.
Like-
he's probably just like, you know, I wanted to get away from my family. They sucked. And so he just like kept going. And he was like, all right, this seems like a good place to stop. His name's
Yeah.
like Michael Ortiz, and he says it like that.
But like, why would you want to go to the cold? You come
I
from
don't
a
know.
place of warm. Why would you
I'm
want to go
trying
cold?
I'm trying to go to a place where it's colder. I don't
'Cause
want to
you're
be in
dumb.
this fucking dude. It is so hot, bro. I
Dude,
don't think you understand.
I don't think you understand what is. First of all, Typo has it worse than I do with cold weather. It was like 0 degrees in Chicago. Like, it was colder in Chicago that one time than it was in
Okay, well, I'm
Antarctica.
not-
I know,
I'm
but
not
you're in
really
Illinois, and
that-
that's close enough. Whatever you want me to say.
I'm not.
He's like, I'm not in Chicago.
I'm like closer. I'm literally closer to Kentucky than I am Chicago. So like, I don't get that cold of weather where I'm at.
It sucks, dude. Growing up in New York and then living in PA, it's the worst. It's the worst. I would take heat over that any day of the week.
Until it's
The cold
fucking
is the white man's
120
domain. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
If you look where all the white people come from, like there's winter where they came from, dude. Like Russia, look at those motherfuckers, dude. They got like, I don't know. It looks cold as fuck all the time.
Just look
there.
at the
I've never
Caucasus
been
Mountains.
there.
We're Caucasians, bro. The Caucasus Mountains fucking cold.
Yeah, it is. I just don't like it. I'm also, as Sam would say, Southern Italian trash. So, if anything, my
You're-
family
you're from
is
the
warm.
heat.
Go south.
You're from the heat, dude. You're
He's
from the
basically
heat,
from
bro.
Africa.
Yeah, dude. You're from the heat. That's why.
Does it ever get hot in Italy or cold in Italy?
The north, but by the Alps.
Yeah, not where
Oh,
he's
that makes
from.
sense.
All right.
I don't know shit about like
Not where-
Europe's climate, dude.
Not where fucking Adam's from. Adam's from, North Africa. So
When when the Italians were like pushing out a bunch of fucking Muslims, they left Adam's family in Italy and they can just stay there. They got to stay.
God damn.
And they're called Sicilian.
we can't rag on Sam tonight, so it's just Adam's turn.
Eddie said Adam is basically North African.
North African.
God damn.
Yeah. I don't know. You go through a summer of 120 degrees for a month, it's fucking blows. Like it doesn't get under 100 for a whole month straight. Like even at night, like it stays above 100 degrees. even
But that's what air conditioning for. It's like we don't live in poverty. We're a first
You're
world
just-
nation.
You're just inside all the time because it's so hot.
Yeah. So you go to the gym, air condition. You go to your car, air condition. You go to your garage, air condition.
Yeah, but walking to your car fucking sucks balls.
You can say the same thing about winter though. Like
Yeah,
No.
same
heat
thing.
at the
You
gym,
got a heater.
heat in my car.
Typo, have my back on this, you scumbag. I'm trying to shit on
I-
the heat.
Typo's gotten both sides of it. So he's lived now in the 120 degree bullshit weather I have here. And he's got a lot colder weather where he's at.
I get
Which
a
one?
mild winter. It sucks sometimes, but it's just mild. Like it's not that much snow. It's not that much.
Is it better
ice.
than 120 degrees?
I like the weather here better, yes, than Arizona.
Hold on.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Adam.
Yeah, I enjoy 4 seasons, and it's a noticeable difference in the climate and weather. But that's just me. Like I don't know. The humidity here sucks, though. I would almost rather the non-humidity in Arizona, but it is what it is.
All right,
Yeah,
maybe we
the
should get on
humidity
topic. 'Cause
changes
I
shit.
feel Sam yelling at us from his fucking house. You guys haven't talked about the fucking topic yet. Fucking gay
Yeah.
twink.
I have
All
a.
right.
I can
Yes.
share a video.
I have it. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
gonna pull it
Okay.
up.
Cool.
Just
Yeah, today we're talking about Macron, or however you say that French bastard's name, getting bitch slapped by his man wife.
Oh, that's the video. I
man
had.
wife.
Nice.
So funny. All right, here we go. I don't think there's any sound on this anyway, but here we go.
Little sound. I love how he.
Dude, look at it like
That's my favorite. That's my
He's like,
favorite.
oh fuck, we got caught.
That's my favorite. That's so goddamn funny.
The smile, dude.
It's like, oh,
Like shit, the door's open.
He's like,
Hello, camera.
"Hey."
you know, he actually at the end there played it off pretty well. You know, he
Pretty
was like, good smile, good like everything's fine, everything's fine.
Also, to be fair, that was more of a mush, which
Yeah, it was
arguably
definitely a
is
mush.
more embarrassing than getting slapped,
Yeah, it's worse. I'd rather get slapped.
right?
I'd rather get slapped than get mushed. Mushing is like ultimate disrespect. You know, you just like fucking grab somebody's face and like shove them from their face. That sucks.
yeah, she
That's
mushed his
instant.
bitch ass.
That's instant fight most times. Most
If
times
anything,
that's instant fight.
That's a dude on dude fight right there. So
Yeah,
he'd
yeah,
be able to
yeah.
punch her back.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
Did you see
an
Candace
equal
Owens?
hands opportunist, so equal lefts, equal rights.
Candace Owens, because she's the one that's been going hard in the paint on Macron's wife being a dude. And she retweeted it and she's like, boys will be boys.
Caravaggio was like,
Yeah.
he must have been sexting young Algerian guys again.
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
they're
have
weird,
I have no love lost for the French. I hate the French. I hate the
Same.
language. I hate I just do not like anything about them. So watching their leader get fucking mushed
Leader.
on national television is amazing. I don't know what they are. Is he a prime minister? I don't know what it is. Is it a
President?
Yeah,
Right?
he's a prime minister.
Oh, is he? I don't care. I don't respect
Uh,
her.
Or is he a president? I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't know.
My
I
buddy
prime
my
minister.
buddy went to Europe this past year, and he was in Paris when the Olympics were happening. And I
Yeah.
was like, dude, fucking France sucks. Paris sucks. He's like, it's like a foreign, it's like a Muslim territory now. He's like, no,
I hate
it's
it.
pretty-
I hate it when it was majority
No,
France.
fair. Yeah,
dude.
same. But he was like, no, it was pretty clean and stuff. I was like, hey, buddy, when'd you go? He's like, oh, during the Olympics. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
during the Olympics when they fucking go over with a fine tooth comb to clean that
Yeah,
fucking shithole
it's like
up.
when
Yeah.
the China
Yeah.
leader came to visit California
Right.
and they were like kicking the homeless out, cleaning up the city, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude? For the Chinese leader, they're doing all this, but like everyday
Yeah.
Americans we should have to suffer."
Yeah.
Dude,
Fucking
it's the
wild.
worst.
But
I
the
I
thing
just
with
like-
Macron, by the way, too, is like, even if she's not a man, which totally is, he was like groomed from her as a child, and that just doesn't really get talked about during the whole. Everybody's focusing on like the big Mike thing issue of it, like, oh, it's
Yeah.
but like he was like 15, right, when he met that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. I never
That's
looked into
creepy
this
as fuck.
story, but it's pretty wild. What's their name? I don't know.
Emmanuel Macron is the
Fucking
guy.
Mandingo Macron. I don't know.
I don't know his wife.
14. Jay Forte said it was 14.
14.
Even worse.
That's fucking nuts. Bridget? Am I making that up? Does that sound right? What's your name? Bridget?
Bridget
Is it?
Macron. Yeah.
Fuck
it's
yeah,
Bridget.
let's go.
That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
she met when she was 14, dude. 14.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. It's pretty weird age difference because he's 47 and she's 72. Like
oh,
that's,
That's crazy.
I mean, that'd be
he was
like
picked for that spot, dude.
right. That's what everyone's assumption is he was like not only groomed by her, but groomed by the elite there to be the leader one day, and was like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I don't know. When Candace Owens started talking about this stuff, I didn't really pay attention. I was just like, yeah, it's a man. I'll buy into that.
Yeah. I'll just believe it without doing
Nice.
any research. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I
That's
think she
fucking
looks like
crazy.
ET. I think
Yeah,
she
a little
looks like
bit. Yeah, she does.
Like especially with the haircut. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she looks like ET with a sheet over its head. Like that's what it looks like to me.
She does. 100%. Yeah,
So,
she's.
So I'm not
crazy as
even
fuck.
going with the man thing. I'm going alien. Definitely an alien, reptilian.
Lizard person. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
Her eyes
definitely
blink
do it.
sideways.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, they got
She's-
that weirdness to them. I don't know. But maybe that's just French people also. Because I don't know. I look
That's
at
true.
them and they don't look human to me when they walk around.
There's a thing about Europeans where they they invest so heavily in American politics, and I don't give a fuck they exist.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, what is that? Like, I would say most Americans, especially right-leaning Americans, do not give a fuck that Sweden has an opinion on our president or our Congress or whatever.
I think it's like the privilege of us growing up in the time that America is like the global powerhouse. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's honestly like empirical privilege, like empire privilege, that we are just like, it doesn't matter what anybody else does, but it does matter what we do. You know what I mean?
Because I can't imagine being so invested in Sweden's government that I'm on Twitter all day being like, and then he said this. And it's like, who cares? I don't care. You're a country.
Yeah.
If we can invade you, I say we should do it. Like, we should just, like, I don't care. It's fucking crazy.
Our money is like the bedrock of the global economy. So I think that also has something to do with it. So everybody watches what we do. Everybody trades against our dollars, like their currency and our dollars, just to make money. Like, we're so intertwined with the global economy that we have already decided that as like the population, not even as the government, that we're the most important people in the world. And by acting that way, we have become the most important people in the world. So we don't care about them, but they have to care about us.
There is
wild.
I think that is just essentially kind of like true. Like they like what they do in their country can have an effect on us, but essentially like it'd be very minuscule where, you know, Trump could just, we're going to put tariffs on everybody. And then all of a sudden, all these world leaders are like, whoa, what the hell? Like, no,
time out.
And we don't have to really, like, I mean, I'm sure if we looked in the data, we'd probably get something important from Sweden or France or Germany, but I'm assuming that it's not something essential. Like, I mean, there could be, but like, if Germany was like, hey, we're cutting off all economic ties with the United States, it'd be like, all right, fuck you. We don't. Why?
Right.
Like, who cares?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Right. Like, I feel like we're good.
Do you guys ever wonder, like, all right, like the other day I was watching something, we were watching something and it was like a Korean show and it was taking place in Korea or something like that, or a Thai show, or like the setting was Thailand or Korea. I don't remember. It was one of those. And I was like, what's the equivalent state with like the same environment and like temperature as whatever setting it was? And I just said, like, let's use Korea, and it'll give you like some state in the United States that has the same, and that's Asia. And then, but you can do it with all the like European states. Like, America is so fucking big that from literally the top of, and the way like where we're at is so diverse that we literally cover all the temperature ranges and beaches and islands and whatever in the rest of the world. We have it all like in the United States, except for parts of South America, because it's so far south. Like, we don't have anything that's
like a
similar
jungle.
to it.
We don't have like a jungle climate. That's
without like a jungle climate. That's about the only thing we don't have. So I look at it all the time because I'm just like, oh, what, you know, this part of China that this movie's taking place in, what's the equivalent temperature and environment in the United States? And it'll like, there's generators on Google that'll just be like, oh, it would be fucking this Midwest town that's fucking at this degree and parallel line and da. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, now I know. But I just don't think people, especially in other countries, realize that going to different states, going 3 hours, 4 hours away in your state in a different direction, you could be in a completely different biome. Like, by far.
Eddie, where do we have rainforests? We don't have rainforests, do we?
We have rainforests.
Hawaii? Because J40 said Florida and Hawaii are tropical, but I meant like jungle, like Amazon
like
rainforest comparison. Yeah, like I don't know if we have that. If we do, I'm retarded. I don't fucking know. But like, I don't.
The animals too, or no?
We used to have.
We used to have a fuck ton of animals.
Yeah, back in the day we had like jaguars and shit. Yeah, don't say it like that. But yeah, jaguars. You said jaguars. What are you, fucking English?
Jaguars.
Jaguar.
What?
You're saying it weird. Jaguar.
Jaguar.
No. Jaguar. War.
Now I don't know which way I say it because I just
Yeah.
heard both of you say it. So I don't know what actual way I say it now.
Just say it. Go.
Jaguar.
You're wrong, Adam. You're
I'm
North
not wrong.
African.
It's
Fuck you.
Jaguar. It's like WOR if you spell it like phonetically.
It's not
Jaguar.
like Nardwar.
Yeah.
Like the guy that
Jaguar.
does
It's not
interviews.
Jaguar. That's some
Jaguar.
English shit.
That sounds weird. Jaguar.
Jaguar. The Jaguars.
Sound
The
like a
Jacksonville
fucking-
Jaguars.
Jaguar.
No. God damn it. No. It's Jaguar. I'll die on this hill. We're not English.
Stash Jagoff.
Jagoff.
Jacksonville Jagoffs.
Yeah, we used to have a shit ton of animals here. And then we also killed a lot of them.
Yeah, we killed a shit ton. But all right, we were watching a movie and they did a buffalo run in the movie. I love movies. So most of my references are going to be movies.
Just movies.
Yeah, movies and TV shows. They did a buffalo run, and my fiance was like, "What the fuck is that?" And you know what a buffalo run is, right? Like they used to like chase them on horses or scare a herd off a cliff, and then and then like go and take their pelts and stuff. And once they fell at the bottom of the cliff, and I was like, "Yeah, that's how we like didn't have any more." It was that and guns, and we just hunted all the buffaloes, and they're all dead now. And technically they're bison, I guess, here in the United States. Buffaloes are more of an Asian thing, I guess, but like water buffalo and stuff. Africa. But anyways, the bison, Africa. And so the bison, we'd fucking run entire herds off a cliff and then just leave them and take their pelts.
Well, I think the natives did a pretty good damage to that They don't get enough credit.
No, they definitely
decimating a part of the population too.
Yeah,
it's always like the white man did it.
Well, no, it was in this movie. It was the natives that were doing it, and I was like, yeah, they did it all the time because they were hard as fuck to hunt, but their pelts were really good.
Yeah, dude, I can't imagine like having to hunt down just to have a warm jacket. Like I gotta fucking hunt this bison in like North Dakota in like January to fucking not die. Pass.
Yeah, dude.
Pass all fucking day on that.
Well, and just imagine the bows that they were using then, dude. Like it would take like 2-3 spears and like 17 arrows to fucking kill one of those things. Like that's your entire tribe's fucking ammo right there for one buffalo.
I genuinely think like Disney and like all these Pixar, whatever, they fucked up the reality of what animals are to people.
Yeah.
Like, there's very little animals you could beat without a weapon. Like very little. Did you ever try to hold a house cat down?
Have you ever tried to hold
almost impossible? They're strong as fuck.
Yeah, I fuck with my dog all the time, and it like you get kicked in the face a couple times, you're letting go. Like I don't care who you are.
My dog is 18 pounds. He's a little terrier, right?
Yeah.
I'll sometimes hold like we'll be like playing tug of war, and I'll hold, and he does not let go, and he like legit pulls back and like will pull me forward a little bit. He's 18 fucking pounds.
Yeah.
Like imagine like a pit bull or a shepherd or a Rottweiler drag. It's like, dude.
Yeah, I have an Australian Shepherd or not a German Shepherd. She's 60 pounds and she's fucking got a maw on her, dude. She'll fuck you up.
Yeah. I saw there's this video out there where there's like these 3 like pretty big jack guys playing tug of war with the lioness.
Yes.
And she's just not moving.
Yeah.
And she's like holding. I think I have it. Hold on. Wait. Let me fucking find that.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh, here it is.
It's fucking giant.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, dude. Fucking hold on.
Speaking of Disney ruining things, apparently they ruined Lilo and Stitch.
Of course.
I didn't. Oh yeah, they did a live action. Is that right?
Yeah, they did a live action.
Here, watch this shit. Look at this shit. 3 pretty big dudes.
Yeah, buff dudes.
And look at this lioness just not moving.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Look at that shit. She doesn't
care.
Fuck.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Like,
look at that, dude. She's just sitting there. She's not even moving. Yeah. That's fucking. I saw another one of these where it was 3 sumo wrestlers versus an orangutan who was smarter than Sam, by the way. And same thing. He's sitting like crisscross applesauce, like just casually pulling 3 sumo wrestlers across the mat, like nothing. And people are like, I could fight a gorilla. No, you fucking can't. Like, 100 people can, but you can't. One-on-one, you cannot without a weapon. You're getting fucked up by everything.
Did you see the one dude versus 100 women? And it was like a security guard in like a really small space, fucking up these chicks because they were like trying to fight him. It was pretty.
I genuinely think I could fight 100 women. The only thing that'll stop me is like fatigue. I'll get tired eventually and overrun like a zombie horde.
Well, that's like always the question, right? It's like how many kindergartners can you take out? And
until I get tired.
Yeah, until I get tired.
Until
like
I get physically exhausted.
Infinity until I'm tired.
Yeah, there's no way I'm losing a fucking 100 kindergartners. No, easy to see.
Yeah,
they're all your kick level too. Their faces.
Yeah,
you can just throw your leg up.
My first question is always like, what do I have to kill them or do I have to just knock them out like unconscious? And they're like, well, you just have to make them stop. And I was like, that's fucking easy. That's infinity, dude. And I could go for a while. I feel like I could go for a while. I feel like I could go like probably 4 to 6 hours without getting tired. So just
that's a crazy long time. Here's the thing, because your arms and shoulders would get so tired from just punching down so often to like a 6-year-old's face.
Switch to legs. As long as they don't have weapons, dude, I can use any part of my body. I'm hip checking those motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, no weapons, just straight up fist fighting 6-year-olds. I think you go for a decent amount of time, but I think your shoulders generally get tired.
I'll pull guard and lay down for a little bit and just fucking punt kick them with my feet.
You're getting 6-year-olds into triangle chokes and arm bars.
I wouldn't even do that. I don't want to get them that close. I would just fucking kick them, like just lay back and just throw my legs.
Just do up kicks constantly.
Yeah, just up kick the fuck out of them, dude. If my shoulders got tired, I'd just be like, all right, bro, I'm Paul Craig in this bitch, and just lean back.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a testament to like how weak humans are in early stages of their life. Like how weak and pathetic. Like we're like literally, you come out as a baby and you're like, you know, like the world could easily kill you. Anything in the world could kill you. Almost anything. And then, you know, by 3, dude, we're still useless. What are we good for at 3 years old?
We're useless till you're like 18.
Well, I don't think it's. I think 10 is like the turning point. Like you can, especially older, like you are like.
I can fuck up a bunch of 10-year-olds. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, but I can't go as long. 10-year-olds, I'm not lasting.
Yeah, sure,
years
that's
long.
fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Like, you got a little bit more smarts at 10, where it's like, oh, I got to work together, you know, as a team.
Yeah, they might form a team. Yeah, they might do some team bonding as their cohorts are getting just fucking.
Because like, have you ever had like 2 10-year-olds like grab your feet? Like that's fucking hard. But 2 5-year-olds grab your feet, like. I'm launching those bitches.
But to be fair, usually if like you're roughhousing with like cousins and they're 10 years old, you're not trying to knock them unconscious. You're just like,
That's true.
But if you're just going all out to try to like do maximum damage, you're just like
dead, dude.
curb stomping.
They're dead. They're dead.
Yeah, 100%.
I just feel like at 10, there's a little bit more like that intelligence factor. I'm not saying they're smart, but the intelligence factor is starting to become like they can start problem solving a little bit better. You know what I mean?
I read somewhere, and I don't know how true this is, but apparently like all human beings are born premature in the sense of like we should be gestating for longer, but because the human canal, like birth canal is narrow, we have to get our heads out quicker. So 9 months is the gestation period. This could be wrong. This could be complete bullshit, but this is what I've heard before. So like, you know how like elephants are like gestate for like a year or whatever like that? Like we should be longer in the womb and we should come out more fully formed, I think is what I was gathering from this statement that I heard. But since we can't without like surgery.
Yeah. I wonder
why we've already adapted.
Would you assume at a certain point in time humans did take that long?
No, probably not. Probably it was always like that way because of how we were built, right? If anything, we were smaller back then, right? So like
yeah, that's true.
We're not getting bigger. I mean, we are fatter, but not like bigger in the sense of like your vagina gets wider. You know, it's like we're not like evolving that way.
Yeah.
That'd be wild. That would, in some instances, I feel like that makes sense, and it like because we're stupid when we come out, dude. We're just fucking. Oh, what are these colors, bro? Like,
Do you ever see
Yeah, we don't know
babies?
shit.
how a kangaroo is born? It's kind of fucking wild. So when they're born, they're like this big, like literally like an inch or two.
Yeah.
Like they're like, and they're super pink, and they have to crawl up their mother's pouch from her vag to survive. Like if they fall off, the mom's like, "See you later," and just goes on about her day. Like there's no.
Do
like,
they have bunches? Do they have like a bunch?
I don't think so.
one?
I think one or two.
One. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
I think one.
Because
Yeah, I
I
think.
feel like
But it's not. They're not having like rabbits where they're just like hordes of like kangaroos. Like it's
Yeah.
like very little. But that
Well, like baby deer come out and they're fucking walking. Like
they
immediately.
have to because they're
yeah,
fucking prey.
horses.
Elephants,
just
everything
crazy.
does pretty much. Most things do. I would say. I mean, mammals
Really?
anyway. Right?
No.
Like think about it. Even dolphins and shit when they're born, right? They're just like their mother pushed them to the fucking top of the ocean to get them to breathe.
Yeah.
Whales, same
And God
shit.
forbid if you're a fucking turtle, a sea turtle, dude.
Dude,
Like,
that's the funniest shit of like.
Like you're it's
It's
like
like
D-Day, right? when
I was
you're
just
born.
gonna say it's D-Day for every turtle birth. They're just like stomach crawling to the fucking shoreline. As birds are just dive bombing them like fucking German fighter pilots.
Yeah,
dude.
dude, it's crazy. Like, yeah,
I want that Disney movie, dude. I want that Disney movie.
that,
I want birds with the fucking old school, like the what was
Well,
what was the movie?
have,
Finding
like,
Nemo
they
kind of
have, like,
had
the
that opening.
Dunbar.
They have like the ace markings on like the side of their wings, like old fighter pilots. How many turtles they got?
Oh, it's got the Battle of
What?
Dunkirk like fighter jet
Yeah.
sound.
But they do live like a long ass time. Like fucking
Yeah.
like,
Well, certain turtles do. Like
150.
tortoises are older than some of us right now. They're like
Yeah,
150
that's
years
weird.
old.
Yeah, Luke's uncle
Elephants
had
have a
tortoise.
2-year gestation cycle. Yeah.
Oh, they
my
do? Okay, well, there you go. See?
2 years? Jesus Christ, dude.
Fuck
I know how
yeah, dude.
unbearable that elephant is after like the 2-year mark of being like, all right, get this fucking thing out of me. They only have like one kid too, right? They don't have like,
I think it's
Hordes
only
of
one at a
kids?
time.
Right? Yeah, it's got to be one at a time. I can't imagine it not be one at a time. You think? Well, and that's the other thing is like you have like rabbits and cats and dogs and stuff. They have like multiple. They have a litter, right? But then
Yeah,
you have more intelligent animals and bigger animals. I guess it's usually size wise, and it's intelligent wise too because like dolphins, I think only have one at a time. I don't think they have multiple. And then elephants have one at a time. Horses usually only have one at a time, unless it's like really small.
yeah, I wonder why that is like an evolutionary thing where like certain like dogs and cats are like, we got to survive. Like, like we got to hunt shit. We got to like do it as a group. And horses are like, well, I don't really hunt. So who gives a fuck? Like,
Right. Well, and that's my thing is like, you gotta think, cause that's why elephants are part of the reason why elephants go extinct is probably because gestation period is 2 years. You can only, I don't know how long they live.
yeah, reproduce like a lot, like again,
80
like a rabbit
years, you
can or
can't-
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long their actual like period of time that they can
I
actually
would guess an elephant's lifespan is like between like 15 to 25 years. My guess would be.
Yeah.
They're
I
so
don't
big.
know.
You know how like tall people die soon, like quicker than like shorter people. Like if you're like 6'8" or like 7'2", like your heart just
Yeah.
like can't handle it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
would
know,
assume
like if
so.
you're like a tall guy, you're like the Great Dane of humans. Like it's like,
Yeah.
like you can just go at any moment.
You're not here for a long time.
Yeah,
but you're here for a good time.
Hey everybody, listen to Enchiladas over here and hit that like button for us and subscribe while you're here. Some awesome animal talk. We can't go an episode without talking about animals in this fucking show.
It's because you're fucking autistic about him. Dude.
I am autistic about it. Yeah, I should do an animal show. I should just talk about
Let me
animals.
see.
Like a
Average
fucking...
age of elephants. 70 years. Average.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah.
70? Oh, I was way off. I was off by 40 years.
Dude, what the
50 years.
hell?
That's fucking.
Well, and that's the thing is. So what I was going to is like humans. We can only have one. From the ages, basically between the ages of like 16 is when.
Well, it depends where you're from, Luke.
Well, mostly healthy. I'm just talking about in our history from 16 to like probably 35 historically. Like that's our age, and you can only pump out maybe one every 9 months, and that's still like rough. And that's if the female survived, especially historically. And so we had to evolve enough to be able to protect ourselves enough from everything else around us, where we're now a predominant race on the planet, like a race of beings on the planet.
Yeah, I think technology helps. Technology helps massively, us.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
But we had to survive enough before we got to the technology that it's safer and everything else. Where elephants, like, they're just stuck at 2 years and there's no evolution going on for them except humans trying to protect them.
Yeah.
But if we don't, they'd be dead.
Even if you look at just American history to like the Wild West times till now, where you had like 8 kids because you had like, 4 were going to die from like rickets or some old timey disease. Right. And then like 3 are going to like tend your farm. It's like, you just be like, we got to make a bunch of Joneses Juniors because like they're all going to we're all going to die if we don't. And now it's like you have like all these antinatalist fucking rad fans who are like, giving birth is literally like rape. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, like, crazy.
It's fucking.
I still do give my mom shit, though. I was like, I didn't ask to be here. This is your fault. I'm like, how dare you bring me into this world? I'm
like, that's why I'm afraid of death. But like, I'm like, because we only know living, right? So like, it's that fear of the unknown of like, I don't want to die ever because I'm so afraid of even though I'm Catholic and I believe in like God and Jesus, it's not my point. The point is like, I just know what I know.
You know what you
just
sound
don't
like?
want to change
not
it.
A believer.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's fear of the unknown. It's all it is. It's like I don't want to like.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to die.
I also don't care what's next. I think that's my thing.
But no, but like, I think you believe in.
Did you
I
right?
just don't care.
Did you hear?
Okay,
Jeremy, he like died.
Oh, dude, yeah, I heard his story. What actually happened to him was crazy. Yeah, crushed by one of those snowcat things.
Yeah, and well, he like literally died for a little bit, and then they got him to a hospital and saved him. But they did an interview with him, and it was like, what was that like? And he's like, it was the most peaceful experience I've ever felt in my entire life. He's like, everyone that I have ever loved was there, and they were all. It was just love. It was a very calm feeling. And then they brought me back, and I was almost a little sad that they brought me back. And I was like, whoa, that's
deep, dude. Yeah, Jay Forte was just going to say that. His eyeball popped out of his socket when he got ran over.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. That is fucking crazy. Also, Tyler, you saw the interview. Like, it kind of on him for trying to, like, think he was actually Hawkeye and running on, like, a tread. Like, bro, you just play that guy. You're not actually Hawkeye. Like what happened was like he had one of those like giant snowcats that have like treads, like tanks on it.
Yeah.
And it kind of, I think, not lost power, like shifted weird the gear, and it was like to run his nephew. So he's doing like heroic things to like try to save his nephew, but he tried to like run on the tracks and get back in the cabin of the snowcat, and the treads were like, yeah, we're gonna keep going, and they just rolled his dumb body underneath it, and then like it just crushed him. It's like, yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, what do you think was gonna happen?
Jay Forte, he's not even the best Jason Bourne.
He was Jason Bourne?
I forgot he played Jason Bourne.
He was in like the 4th movie or 5th movie. It was like the last in the series.
It was like a spin-off, and it was basically saying there's multiple Jason Bournes.
Oh,
it was a different programs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't ever believe anything good.
It was all right.
I've rewatched Dark Knight again the other day for, I don't know, for 50th time. I cannot believe the movie came out 17 fucking years ago.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's still so good.
Crazy.
Fucking banana.
I was in high school. It was like 2009?
08. It was my first year as a cop. I remember going to see that movie.
I was a freshman.
Crazy.
Did you feel like actually, here's a question for you. Did you ever run into any sort of vigilantes in New York?
No.
Like, not even like a homeless guy that thought
you guys didn't like hear about it?
We did have a guy that we called the homeless cowboy, and he was like this black dude who was homeless, but he wore a cowboy hat all the time, so hence homeless cowboy. And he was like kind of cool. Like he would always be like he would look out for us. Like if we got into like some shithead by like 7-11, he'd be like, "You leave them officers alone," like, kind of shit like that. And then I think he died in the cold.
Damn.
That was the end of the homeless cowboy, I believe. but I'm not.
Damn.
I cannot.
He didn't have a secret lair that he went to.
He hid in like the back of like a Kohl's like storage unit in the back of their store, and we just
Wow.
never gave a shit or like bothered him about it because like why would we? We don't give a fuck. But like he was cool. But no like straight up vigilante. That'd have been so fun.
Yeah.
I would have been like, yeah, dude, go. That'd be great. You should do that. You should go out and do that.
I knew there wouldn't be one like on the level of like a Batman, but I just thought there'd be like some asshole one day thought he could like do something. And
not to my. I highly recommend this documentary for anybody to go watch. Please, it was on HBO years ago. I don't know where it is now. I'm probably on Amazon Prime. It's called Heroes, and it follows a bunch of people who dress up as superheroes. I might tell a story before on this podcast, but there's a crazy personal tie-in to me on this documentary. So
let's hear it.
So it follows a bunch of people across the country who dress up and go out to fight crime, right? It's like Seattle, New York was one of them, Florida, I think, San Diego. Most of them were just going out and like just kind of doing like good deeds, like feeding the homeless and shit like that. But some dudes were out there like patrolling like they were Batman.
Let's go.
One dude from Seattle like was actually into MMA. And Seattle, Washington State and Texas are the only two states with mutual combat laws, which are awesome. They should be everywhere. And this one guy was like trolling him on the street. He's like, "You fucking faggot!" Like, you know, like, and he was like, "Okay, fight me then." And the guy was like, "Yeah, okay." So there happened to be two cops right there, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna mutual combat," and they're like, "Go for it." And then he just beat the shit out of this guy who was like trolling him, and the cops just pretty much like referees, which is so sick. That's such a fucking awesome law. And they broke it up. But
Texas
here comes
does
the personal.
it too.
Yeah, that's what I said. Washington State and Texas. But here's where the personal tie-in comes to me. So this is back in like 2000. Fuck, man. 6 maybe 7 around that time. This movie came out. This documentary, and I was still doing MMA at the time and still kind of competing, but still training like heavily. And I remember coming home from training and throwing this documentary on. I was like, "Oh, I gotta watch this shit."
Yeah.
I'm watching it. And then all of a sudden, this guy comes on screen, and I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro!" It was my striking coach.
What?
His name is Chris.
Yeah.
And he dressed up in red plastic armor and went to the projects. It was like, "Stop dealing crack to like black people," kind of based. But I was like, "How have you never told me this?" So on the next day, I was like, "Bro, I have to talk to you now."
I was watching a show last night.
I was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" And he's like, "Well, it's like good for the community." I go, "No, it's not." But the thing was, like, he could fuck people up. Like, he was really good at fighting. But like, it's crazy that he was doing that and just didn't tell anybody at the gym. Like, no one knew about it. I brought that shit to the attention of everyone. I was like, "Guys, gather around.
Everybody
I have to tell a story."
He's a superhero.
But crazy. Yeah. If you guys watch that, his name's Chris. And he has like red armor, like short black hair. And it was in New York. The guy from New York. Like, go watch it. Crazy. Yeah. That guy taught me how to fight.
A superhero taught you how to fight.
Taught me how to fight. Yeah.
I'm now questioning your fighting skills.
Don't judge him on me on that. All right. He might be crazy, but he knew how to throw hands. All right.
That's actually fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Are
dude.
you,
Yeah,
you like
Phoenix
the
Jones.
only
That's the
one
Seattle
that
guy.
watched
Yep.
it?
What's up?
Wow. I said, were you the only one that watched it in your gym?
No, after that, everybody watched it. I had to tell everybody. Now, he was cool with me. It's not like he was like mad at me saying it, but I was like, "Bro, kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy."
You tell him he needed a new outfit.
It was so gay. It was terrible. I was like, "Your costume's all." Also, wear a mask. He wasn't wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Like, he was going out like
It's just his face.
just his face. And I'm like, "That's crazy, right? Put something on." I think even Robin had the fucking eye shit.
The eye shit.
Ain't
Dude, it was a
Superman,
secret
man.
identity. He couldn't talk about it.
Yeah, that was very funny. Oh yeah, see people in the fucking chat. Damn,
Yeah,
I
they
told
knew
you.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm not making it up. Crazy. Like,
That is
you
wild.
guys have to watch this. I don't know where it's available at. Someone in the chat, if you could find out where that is, or like where you could find this
It's
movie
called
now.
Heroes?
It's called Heroes. I'm pretty sure.
That's
Fucking-
pretty wild.
Please, and just again, when you see Chris from New York and Red Body Armor, I trained with that guy for like fucking 6 years.
I Googled, I was like, is there any like vigilantes in the United States right now? And I guess there is historical and recent vigilante attacks. That's how they call them.
Another
vigilante attacks.
If anybody can find that, please let us know in the chat. Very funny scene in the movie documentary where there was like this fat retard from San Diego who looked like a turtle, like he's so fat and out of shit, and he's talking to the camera like they're on the street, right, like a public street, whatever. And he's like, yeah, it was just like all in a day's work. And then from off camera, you just hear some guy go, get the fuck off my property. And he goes, okay, sorry.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the funniest fucking shit, dude.
Apparently, there was a dude called the Alaskan Avenger.
Oh, he was killing pedophiles, though. That guy's actually awesome.
Yeah, he was going after people that were on the Alaska Sex Offender Registry.
Yeah,
there's
that
a
guy's
group
actually
called
awesome.
the Bald Knobbers who looked pretty wild during the 1880s. They were in the Ozarks. Look at this fucking picture of them. I'm gonna share.
Yeah, share it.
It's fucking wild.
Oh, dude, you guys got to see that fucking documentary. Everybody listening, please go see that documentary. It's so fucking funny, dude. It's so
You see
that's
these
sick.
guys?
Oh, dude,
That's sick, dude.
That's wild.
They actually look like a bunch of Joker henchmen or like Riddler henchmen. Like, they look like henchmen
Yeah.
from like a toothpaste gang.
yeah.
That's pretty wild.
That's
They
pretty
look
sick.
wild.
All these are the bushwhackers, right?
Missouri saw a lot of bushwhacker activity
Oh, yeah.
that didn't really end well with the war. Famously, Jesse James and his gang used to be bushwhackers who carried on as if nothing changed and simply became outlaws, but they were far from the only ones. So the Bald Knobbers.
That's pretty sick.
Oh,
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
All right.
that's pretty wild.
Based.
San
I
Francisco
would love to
vigilantes.
see a legit like Batman guy try it just to see how far he would get. Then my question is, if a Batman creates himself, does that mean the natural order of things is a villain creates himself?
Yeah, probably. I mean, people are
That's pretty
just
cool.
there's so many antidepressants out there right now that is definitely going to happen.
That would be pretty cool. I think we're underplaying how cool that would be if we saw a real Batman Joker scenario playing out in like Chicago or something like that.
It'd be New York, dude. It has to be New York. That
Could be any. They filmed in both those places for those movies. I had a buddy who, when I was still a cop, he remember that in the Dark Knight Rises, that big fight scene at the end between the cops and like the criminals.
yeah.
So they were just hiring like NYPD to actually just do security for like the set. And they modeled the Gotham City police uniforms very similar to the NYPD uniforms. Like at a quick glance, you can't really, tell. And my buddy was working the detail, and some like assistant comes over to it because he was like taking pictures of shit, being like, "This is cool, right?" And she comes over to him and she's like, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that. Like we're paying you to like an extra." He's like, "I'm a real cop." She's like, "Oh, sorry."
They're like, yeah, stop yelling at me.
Yeah, he's
lady.
like, "I don't care what you say. I'm gonna take pictures." I'm gone. But
Did
yeah,
they-
that'd be
Fucking
sick.
hilarious.
I'm sure they have to shut down like lots of parts of New York. I feel like they do movies there all the time.
No, because it's too expensive.
Oh, damn.
That's why they film in like Vancouver and shit a lot, and
Yeah.
they'll pretend it's like New York or LA or Seattle or whatever because
Oh.
it's super expensive to film in LA. And this is why it's also funny to like pull this back to politics a little bit, where it's like LA is so liberally cucked, like they cucked themselves out of their biggest moneymaker, which is Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like now everything's so expensive to shoot. You hear all these actors and directors being like, "We have to shoot in like Oklahoma," where they welcome them because they're like, "Yeah, fucking sure, shoot here. We don't give a fuck." Like give us
There's
money.
those shit tax cuts that are happening in Arizona, Texas, Montana.
That's why I heard Atlanta and Georgia was a big place
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
they shoot. There's like a whole production teams down
Yeah,
there.
see,
and
J
stuff.
Forte, Toronto is where a lot of New York movies are. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, Vancouver is one of them. They just can't afford it in LA or New York because they're like, we're gonna tax the fuck out of you. And they're like, see you later. So all right,
Yep, bye.
get yourself out of money, you retards. Like I don't
The Jays
understand.
aren't gonna pay those taxes. What do you mean?
Now, like a movie like Batman, they have the budgets. Like fuck it, who cares? We'll film in New York and
Yeah.
Chicago. But like the smaller ones, they can't afford that shit.
Yeah, Eddie Grimm's in there. He's like, I went to Toronto once and it fucking sucked. Yeah, Toronto fucking blows, dude.
There's all
Yeah.
Indians, right, who live in Toronto now?
Yeah,
Like they migrated there.
There's a lot of
That's-
fucking Indians.
Yeah, there you go. See,
yeah,
Hollywood. Yeah,
that's part of it. That's part of it, and the other part of it is just like it takes forever to get anywhere in that goddamn city. Nobody knows how to fucking drive. It fucking blows.
oh, it's the city of Asian women. Damn.
Yeah, it's bad. The streets are tiny. Oh, dude, it sucks. I haven't been to New York City. I need to go. We want to go just to see New York City, but
Don't recommend.
my fiance really wants to go. I have no.
I know
place
I'm
to
wearing
go.
nothing but New York sports gear right now, but don't recommend. It's a
Yeah.
shithole, dude. Like when I was younger, it went from being shit to nice to shit all on my timeline. Like it's pretty crazy how it deteriorated and like
Oh, that's just like our life
decade.
as millennials.
Yeah, you're right. You're all right.
Well,
Yeah.
then maybe that means it can come back if it was shit and then good.
No, because
Nothing can come
Giuliani
back
was the
type of-
one who like sent the police force as a mob against like all the shit, and they were refused to do that. Now they're not gonna do that anymore. Like Giuliani was like, "Get him! I don't care what you guys do," and the
Yeah.
cops at the
Stop
90s
and
were like,
frisk.
"Sick." No, that wasn't Giuliani. That was Kelly.
Is that Bloomberg?
No, I mean, yeah, sorry, Bloomberg. Kelly was the police commissioner. Yeah, it was Bloomberg. Yeah, yeah. Giuliani was more like, "We're gonna crack skulls. Don't give a fuck. Homeless gone. Prostitutes gone. Like we're fucking just gonna go in there like." Fucking Zuccotti Park with their Occupy Wall Street thing and just beat the shit out of everybody and fucking just like, get them out.
Was he a Republican back
I
then?
mean, by name, but he
Okay.
didn't do
Well, I
anything
just-
Republican. He was like a fucking.
Well, I just meant like, did he get elected as a
yes,
Republican?
yes,
or-
but he
okay.
wasn't. You know?
Yeah, I understand what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, but yeah, technically, yeah.
But is there, I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of weird. There's no other major city. Is there any major city you know in the U.S. right now that's ran by a?
I mean, now it's run by a lib.
Yeah.
Is there a major city in the United States that does not have a Democrat like mayor or
It
governor?
has to be governor
I think-
for sure.
Governor
City,
for sure. City
I
mayor
would
though.
imagine. I would
Type
imagine
look
there
it up.
has to be one.
I'm looking.
Jamie,
Like in
look
the
it up.
South. Jamie, pull it up.
There's got to be
yes.
one in the South. Like I feel like
It's
there's
actually a pretty commonly Googled thing.
thing.
Stop and frisk did work, by the way. Yes, I violated rights, but it did work.
Yeah.
Also, again, I worked in a white precinct. Like it was all just white kids we stopped. Like it was
Yeah.
like I never had to deal with a racial component really.
So a lot of cocaine and less weed.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's not. I never had to
do
deal
we
with that shit,
consider
right?
do we consider any city in Utah as a major city?
Salt Lake?
Is it really
Salt Lake's
though?
pretty big. I
Yeah.
think.
What's the population of Salt Lake?
Probably 150 to 200,000, maybe more
That's a big city.
for Utah.
That's what I'm
I could also
saying.
be off. I don't know what the population is for them.
Let's see. Population of Salt Lake City, 200,000. No, it's not a big city. It's not a big
Yes, it
city.
is.
No, it's not.
There's only like 5 cities in this country that have like 1 million plus people in it. The rest are like that. New York, LA, Chicago, Philly, probably, right?
Phoenix is 6 million.
Phoenix.
Opa. Yeah.
I'm sure some Texas ones. You know, fuck it.
Fort
yeah.
Worth, Texas has
Biggest-
a Republican mayor.
Oh, there-
Omaha, Nebraska has a Republican
There you go.
mayor. Miami, Florida has a Republican mayor.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
All right.
And that's
New
about
York, 8 million. LA, 3 million. Chicago, 2 million, 2.6. Houston, 2.3. Phoenix, 1.6. Maricopa County as a whole, which is like all of Phoenix, is 6 million now. Or no, 3 point something. Philly, 1.5.
Yeah.
San Antonio, 1.4. I'm saying like anything 500,000 and above is a big city.
San Diego, Dallas, San Jose, Austin, Jacksonville's 1 million fucking people. Dude, that was
Like
there,
we're cutting it off at Kansas City, 510,000. Colorado Springs isn't a big city. Omaha, Nebraska is not a big city. Raleigh is big, but that's just the city of Raleigh, and it's at 482, but it's connected to like 17 other cities. Miami is a big city, but it's saying it's only got 455,000.
Columbus, Ohio has 933,000 people. That's pretty big.
Yeah, Columbus is a big city.
Indianapolis, Denver, Seattle, Oklahoma, Nashville.
Yeah, these are big cities.
El Paso, Vegas.
Salt Lake City is not a big city.
Yeah, I guess it's legitimately like down this fucking list. Holy shit. Anchorage has more people than Salt Lake City. Get the fuck out of here.
That's pretty wild.
How big is Anchorage?
Anchorage has 289,000 people.
That's like half the population of Alaska, dude.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Holy shit, dude. Where the fuck is Salt Lake on this bitch? Oh my god. Oh, here it is. Yeah, 217,000 as of 2024. Wow. Yeah. The amount of cities that fucking pass Salt Lake. You know what, Luke? I take it back. You're right.
I was like, fuck the Mormons.
This town in Florida I've never even heard of has more. Hialeah?
I was like, Salt Lake or Utah is the Alaska of the mainland 50 or 48
We could agree, though, it's the biggest city in Utah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I can't even name another city in Utah.
Damn.
I can't name another city in Alaska either. All I know is
Juneau.
Anchorage. Oh, I know that one.
Gold. Is that one?
I bet you it is one, but that was a guess. You're probably right. It was a good guess, but
Nome, Alaska. That's a place.
Nome with
a
G?
Am I making that up?
I have no idea, dude.
Mystery Alaska, like the movie. That's probably a real place. I don't know. I don't give a shit about Alaska. Sue me. What are you gonna fucking do?
Nome, Nome.
What's up? Bam! I named 3 cities. Is gold one? Because then I named 4. That's pretty good.
I'll look. I'll see. Gold, Alaska.
Or am I just doing like D-Day call signs? I don't know. It should be. There's gold up there. That's a miss.
I don't see a gold.
Yeah, if I Google it, it just goes, yes, there's gold in Alaska.
Yeah, that's all it said for me.
Well, they missed out on an opportunity to name a cool city after that. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, Nome is spelled Nome.
Whatever.
Apparently.
I nailed it. I said that was a place, and it is. Nome, Juneau, Anchorage.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'll give you that one.
Baker's something? Bake something? Fuck, I'm supposed to do a comedy show up there, and I can't remember where it was supposed to be. Who gives a fuck, honestly? It's Alaska.
It's Alaska, dude.
Never go. I don't think I'm ever doing that show, so it's really fucking matter. I did accept it on the conditions because, like, it would be cool to see Alaska because, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks beautiful,
scenery-wise. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the fuck out of Arizona, dude. It's hot.
If you come to Pennsylvania, 4 out of 5 of us would be living in Pennsylvania.
I'm not going to Pennsylvania. I think we're going to Tennessee. We're going to Tennessee. We're already pretty sure area of Tennessee we're going, and I'm stoked. I want to be right up against the mountains. I want the weird, creepy, Smoky Mountain Appalachian people to fucking scare me in the middle of the night.
You get fucking crawlers chasing you at nighttime, dude. Those pale white fucking crypto things.
I'm down.
Pretty cool. Hunt one.
Down.
Bring it on the show.
Down. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, hey, this is my friend. This is my friend.
Just gnarling in the camera.
Everybody thinks it's fake. It's like legitimately like one real Appalachian. Like, I'm just like, it's whatever, dude. I caught it the other night.
He's like, this guy won't let me leave his home. Please help me.
It needed Phoenix ingenuity. They don't like the heat, and I just radiate it. So,
yeah. See, Eddie. Eddie says, "Come to Pennsylvania, bro."
I don't know if it's the most beautiful state there is.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not. For sure, no. I've been in a lot of places in this country, and I wouldn't say top 5 for sure.
Are you in like a suburb?
Yeah, of course. I'm outside of Philly. I'm in the county connecting to Philly. I'm in Bucks County, which is like under Philly County.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Kyle's all the way in the fucking west part by Pittsburgh, which is 6 hours from me. and Sam is like
Jeez.
2 or 3 hours.
I
above me,
forget.
I think
I forget how big Pennsylvania is. Pennsylvania is big.
it's a boring ass fucking drive, dude. Like I drove that way one time. So I remember I did a show out by the Pittsburgh area, and I got a ride out there, and I was like, I don't want to sit in the car for 6 hours on the way home. So I used my miles and just got a flight from Pittsburgh to Philly, and it was like a 25-minute flight, and that shit rocked. Like that was the way to go for sure.
Stash was like, Washington is the most beautiful state, and dude, Washington, like especially the eastern, like mid to eastern part of Washington, is just beautiful. Even though the western side, the whole state's beautiful, but the craziest people live there.
Well, the three
craziest
states on the
people
West
live there.
Coast, Oregon, Washington, California, are all cucked. So it's like
I know.
beautiful places that you just like. Portland looks like a fucking bomb
know.
shelter, dude.
It's crazy because it's just they are. We went to Seattle and for an axe tournament, and Seattle was really cool and way smaller than I thought it was. Like way smaller than I thought it was. Felt more like a sleepy mountain town than like a metropolis city.
Yeah.
You know, it was wild, but it was cool. But I mean, everywhere I went, it was just leftist politics, no
Yeah.
matter what. Like
It's weird they hold like a bunch of major sports. Actually, there's a lot of cities where I'm surprised they could hold a major sports team, like in the more 4 franchises, the other 4 sports.
yeah. And I'm surprised Seattle does because that's I don't know. It was small. Well, do they don't have a basketball team anymore? Do they?
Sonics went to Oklahoma and became the Thunder.
Yeah. I was like, they don't have a basketball team.
I'm
yeah,
surprised they haven't tried to get one back.
I am too, because the Sonics were pretty like history franchise for Seattle.
They have the fucking Kraken. It's a hockey team. They have the Seattle Sound,
Yeah.
soccer, the Seahawks, and the fucking Mariners. Like, I'm very surprised they don't have a fucking basketball team anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, the Mariners might not last that much longer up there. They haven't had a winning season in fucking years, I feel like.
Weren't they good last year?
They were all right last year, but I
Yeah.
think they missed playoffs.
My favorite was when they beat the Yankees single season record in wins and then immediately got knocked out of the playoffs back in like 2002 or whatever the fuck it was. It's like, yeah, bitch, win a World Series. Try that.
Yeah, we can.
Start wrapping up. This is fun. Kyle is dead, and Sam is actually in the middle of a gay orgy right now. That's why I couldn't make it, guys. So that's the truth. If you guys want to,
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, we have.
On Twitter.
Yep. That was weird. I could barely hear you.
yeah, I got cut out. I don't know why that happened. Say that again, Typo.
Oh, Biting the Bullet. That's our podcast. Should have an episode out soon. And at The Real Typo on X.
You can find me at Keep It Real Luke on Twitter and Instagram, and you can find our podcast at Biting the Bullet Pod, Biting the Bullet Memes on Instagram. Biting the Bullet Memes.
Follow me on the Bird app, formerly known as the Bird app, Twitter X at Adam Nutter. Thanks, boys. We don't have Kyle to play us out today, so it is what it is. But it's been fun.
Hope
See
you
you
guys had a happy
bitches back.
Memorial Day.
Yeah, at our regular scheduled Monday. We might have a good guest for next Monday, I believe, if Typo can get a hold of him. Who is he? I don't want to. If he's not, but whatever. We'll get him eventually. What's his name?
His name's Josh Neal. So
Yeah, conspiracy guy. Boom.
Yeah.
Bringing it home.
Boom.
All right, boys.